my channel. I am glad that I have you here, and thank you for subscribing, thank you for sharing, thank you for calling your friends and family to come and watch like you're watching Netflix. I think I'm Netflix material. Am I not? Today's makeup is going to be a Valentine's Day inspired look. Oh my Jesus Christ. In order for this video not to be so long like the last video where we had to do like 2 parts, I am going to try and do some things like, you know, quickly where I'm not talking. Remember, if you want tutorials, leave it in the comment section down below. But for now, it's a chit chat period. Of course, Valentine's Day is around the corner, and you know how the thing goes. All the bounce balls that used to happen this season, a lot of drama gonna be going on. As for the people of God like us, we're gonna be praying at mold break. Have I told you about mold break? Of course I have. I mean, who doesn't know my teacher, Raina Davis, my mentor? He's always coming through for single people like us, especially in times and seasons when the couples have decided to prepare us. But in the midst of that, he comes through. So we have straight prayers on that Valentine's Day. How about that? We're gonna pray a long time. We're gonna be having Monday class. We're gonna be cool. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about are we dating, or am I the only one who thinks that we are dating? As far, am I still in the ship with you? Abi, you have used life jacket and pots. He's not even into you when he doesn't even call you. Let's start from there. Calls. So you know that thing where somebody says, I'm not the calling type. That's not really who I am. Even my family members, I used to call them. I still there. Are you still in the relationship? Are you running or you're not running? You need legs. Nobody is the calling type. People call those who are very important to them. There was a time somebody used to call me, and I wasn't used to that. I haven't dated so much. So there's this guy who used to call me, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Is that how they used to do it? I had to call a friend and say, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm very sorry. This guy calls me like doctor's prescription. He calls me in the morning, he calls me in the afternoon, he calls me in the night, he calls me every moment of the day. And I know he's a business person. He's very busy. So I'm like, wow. The guy was like, it's normal now. Then I was in year 2, my 200 level. And I said, like, it's normal, oh. He's into you, he's interested, he wants a relationship. I'm like, wow, cool. That was my first encounter with calls. So honestly, trust me. Then I had this relationship where Uncle was calling, when we're not dating, Uncle was calling me left, right, center. He wanted to call my destiny. My soul felt called. And all of a sudden, we have started dating. 1 month I've not reached. Yeah, Uncle is no longer calling. And me, if I would notice that kind of thing, you must have done it consistently for an over time, because I'm actually the shameless lover. I used to call. I didn't care who was calling first or who wasn't calling, as long as we were talking and there was, like, you know, a whole lot. I didn't mind. Then all of a sudden, I could be telling, I didn't notice that I was the only one holding the relationship, or like the calls. I was the one doing the bulk of the calling, and it was not like I was minding. Just that I also noticed that he was becoming a little bit distant, and I picked the clue, like, man, this guy is shifting. So you get, they will always call you when they're interested in you. They're never busier than Dangote, trust me. When they make plans and cancel it immediately, like impromptu, they're always canceling plans with you. Maybe you're even the one who initiated that, oh, we're going to have something like this. Then all of a sudden, they're standing you up. Okay. That's a flag. That's a red banner. It's a banner, not even a flag, my dear. Now, someone who's in love with you will be kind with his words, even when you guys are in the heat of an argument. When you people are not using your eye to see each other. You know that time when the push has come to shove in a relationship, even in that state, he'll be very kind with his words. He will pick what he says to you. Now, I see a lot of persons staying in abusive relationships and saying, he loves me, that's why he's so mad at me. In fact, as far as hitting you, you know, slapping you, or like somebody who's in love with you will not want to even hurt you. No matter how much you've hurt them, they never want to hurt you back. That is the marker, like that's like a sign of, oh, this person is really into me, this person is in love with me. But you see that person that is always calling you the worst names, especially when you are in the heat of an argument, fear them. They're unkind with their words today. You don't want to know what they can be able to do next. Stay away from anyone who would talk you down, make you feel like you do not deserve to be respected simply because they are mad at you. Or it's simple arguments and stuff, and they are all over the place. Don't do that. Another category of the uncles that make you know that you're dating yourself are the ones that they make promises they can't keep. Oh babe, I'm going to get you this, I'm going to get you that, I'm going to get you this and that, and when the time comes, you're not seeing it. And it's not like you even asked them initially for these things, though. It's that they carry their busybody to come and prove a point that they can take care of you. Then they now make promises and don't keep them. Anyone who can't keep his promise, as little as it is it still there to do us parts that they want to keep? I mean, people are in I'm a love you forever that lasted only 3 months. We don't want to even start this discussion, do we? No, we don't want to. But the point is, he has to be consistent with his promise, and it's not just his words alone. His consistency is in everything he's doing. Is it in his calls? Is it in the way he talks to you with respect? Is it in his whatever it is that you guys have going on? If you notice that he's off and on, you know those off and on vibes, today he's there, he's acting like the whole world will revolve around you. In fact, he will give you the moon and all of us will go to Saturn. Then the next day is like hell has no fury, like Mercury. In fact, we're going, get out, that kind of thing. You don't want to be in that position. You don't want to be in a place where you are unsure. As in fact, if you start doubting whether he loves you or not, he doesn't love you. Yeah, I'm not understand. Yes, now, if you're doubting it, then he really does not love you. Because people who love people, you will know. It's so glaring. You will know. Another thing is someone who tries to disrespect your friends, your family. Your friends, your family, tries to even isolate you from them. He's like, oh, you don't know, this person is really bad for you, or you don't know this other person is really bad for you. Like, he did not meet them in your life before he came, and then he's always going, oh, this one. I'm not saying that there are times when you know that this person is not also controlling, and then all of a sudden it's like, you see, this your friend, she's not a good person, or he's not a good person, and you're not making a fuss about it. You might want to check. Actually, it might be that something has happened and they're trying to like warn you ahead of time. But you see those very controlling uncles that want you to answer yes master every time, yes sir, yes uncle, yes sir, and all those kind of things. Run away, oh, run away, because it's not every time that your bae or your boo or even your husband is going to be around you. Most times you need friends, you need people you can talk to, people that you can reason with. No man is an island, and you don't want to start your life like that. Stay away from those kind of people, especially when they're talking down on your family or making you feel like these people are not worth it. Don't do it. Now, the last but not the least is a man who doesn't fear God. That one was supposed to come like number 1, because anytime you're saying ladies What's the dream man? You go, I want a man who is God fearing, demon chasing. Some people say demon chasing. It's just some of us that think that we need an extra apart from just being God fearing, because it gets some people where God they fear. Even as they're saying they're God fearing, you're like, Jesus, God, I'm afraid of your son. Honestly, you don't want someone who isn't really God fearing in every sense of the word. That's He's loving you. He's loving you like Christ loves the church. He's loving you like it is intended to, not with any selfish motives behind it. And you also don't want somebody who hasn't found his purpose, who doesn't even know what purpose means. Hey, I know I'm acting like this because I've met all shades of people in life, and you know how you sometimes you think, oh, you're too selective, but in the long run you're like, but if you date this person now, won't people break up? No, what will come out of it? I know there's some that look like they got it all together, and then when you meet them, when you are entering inside it, you're disappointed. The ones that come firebrand, they come like they're spitting fire on the devil, and then the next minute they're like, you say this person is way again. You've got to meet God. Be like, God, but I thought he said he's your son. Like, God be like, now my picking no, and they'll try work on now. You go manage, I be not manage. Let me give another one. And this thing about, okay, see, in the Christian circle, now I'm talking to people who are born again. This thing about God said, God said this person is my husband. God said you're my wife. This is 2022. May no brother ever tell you that and you fall for it. In Jesus' name. Be saying the amen louder. Be hearing yourself say the amen in Jesus' name. You don't want somebody who comes to tell you God said. Even if God told the person, that's not how they used to do it. God bless my mentor, Rena Davis. It's the reason why I know in this life the devil has lost me when he has to do with marriage. Because honestly, how does somebody tell you God said and does not have a mentor? Then there's another category that has a mentor or a spiritual head, but they don't listen. Their mentorship, the mentor-mentee thingy for them is to show off. I have this person as a mentor. I have an affiliation with this person or this ministry. But in the real sense of the word, this person is not really mentoring you. The person has no clue about what's happening in your life. When they call you, it's as good as I said what I said. I've made my decision and that's fine now. And you're like, hello, your prophet, your mentor. I don't get it though, but please, somebody who has no covering over his head, a head that does not have a head, please stay away from that kind of head, because you're not dating. The truth is, we're not dating for dating's sake. We're not dating so that festive periods will be going out and licking ice cream and eating shawarma. We are dating so that we will spend the entire this part of eternity. We're dating so that we are spending our life together. It's like one part of eternity together with this person. And the bulk of fulfilling God's purpose for your life, the bulk of becoming who you're meant to be, the bulk of achieving your dreams and your goals, it falls solely on this person. Can he motivate you? Does he see further than you? Does he go, oh babe, this thing you're talking about, I feel like God is saying that this is much more than you think, and I think we need to pray more about this. I think we need to press more about these things. It's not when are you going to come and see me? When are we going out? What are you wearing? Oh God, my days. Oh my days. See, I don't know if I'm laughing like this. I wish I could let you into my head, but honestly, there's how this thing goes. You know how the thing goes. you're thinking you're with someone who is going to be husband, and then disappoints you in every sense of the word, from their reasoning to their behavior, their character. They are kind to you, but they're unkind to everybody else. They're trying to be just towards you, but they're unjust to other people. It's a red flag. Stay away. Home this junction, my guys, my dudes, the brothers. I got you. It's about time to come and face women, the ladies in your life. Well, how do you know that this lady, this particular girl, is no longer into you, or she's just with you for the wrong reasons? Okay. It's the same thing with number one of the other one. She also makes excuses about not calling you. And she's going, you're calling too much. Hey, since when has calling become too much? Or she goes, I'm busy when you call. And that's it, she has zoomed off. And then sometimes she'll say, I'll call you back. She doesn't. And she doesn't take your call all the time. Now there's a proper place of where she's busy. You know that she's not always doing this. And anybody who is really busy, whether guy or girl, communicate it to your partner. Oh babe, I'm going to be busy about, or whatever you call them, I'm going to be busy about this so time. Or you return the calls and be like, oh, something came up while you were calling me. I had so going on, so going on. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna call you back again because I am not done, But that you found time to explain yourself and not keep the other party hanging for 24 hours. But when they are just hanging you, they're just keeping you like a hanging shimmy. Stay away from that kind of thing. You don't want your emotions. I know that ladies feel like guys are obiabo, that the bulk of the heartbreak comes from them. But truth is, my gender is funny sometimes. My gender can be the one to disgrace you. Yeah. Girls, don't come for me. Oh. My dears, don't come for me. I'm just saying the truth. Yes, it goes both ways. People generally are never too busy for the one they truly love. You should note, guy or girl. Whenever you introduce your babe to people as your babe and she reacts somehow, or she's like, oh, I don't want anybody to know that we're in a relationship. This goes both ways, both guys and girls. Nowhere we are introducing this person and the person is like, I don't want anybody to know that I'm in a relationship with you. Or this cruise thing. There's a limit to this cruise thing, shall we do? So this cruise thing where you cruise and you're acting as if you're not in a relationship. Now I understand the place where some persons they like their lives very private and they wouldn't want like people interfering, knowing whether they're knowing who exactly they are dating. That one is fine. But you see, about whether or not they're in a relationship, everybody will know. People will know that they're in a relationship. And especially, you don't want somebody who is making you scared all the time, who is making you feel like they can jump out tomorrow at any time. You don't need somebody like that in your life for your own peace of mind. People who are difficult to please, the kind of people that just you don't know what to do that will make them happy. You do A and it's B. You do B and A is the answer. You also want to run away from those kind of people. That auntie that is always asking and never giving. Babe, when are you going to buy me this? Babe, I need this. Oh, I want that. I need this one. My uncle said this one. My mommy said that one. And she's always asking. She's not giving. She's never gotten you a pin. She's never done anything for you. Always demanding. Always asking you to do this one. Do that one. But she can't. Stay away. You don't want to be there. And then somebody that does not honor you. This thing about honor, respect is two ways. Yes, you honor her, but she doesn't honor you. Like, you can tell that this person does not see you. She not rate you. English self, cause sometimes if you are speaking serious English and this point is not English, she not rate you. You know say she not rate you. Stay away now. What are you doing there? You did that with the placenta there. You not tie your placenta. Please leave. End it. Because it's small from the little disrespect to the maximum ones, to the ones that will force you one day to be the person who you are not. You know, when you say her mouth is too much, you don't even know what she told me that made me slap. Well, who gave you the right to slap her? Did you not see it before you entered the marriage? Did you not see it before you entered the relationship? You know you cannot take a little bit of disrespect or too much of disrespect. If you cannot take disrespect at any level, then you move. People will do this thing like it's, and you see, the funny thing is that if you were really friends with this person, genuine friends with this person, before you dated them, you would have seen all of these things. Then there'll be no need to play how do I put it now? There'll be no need to play trial and error with your relationship, with your heart. You know? Because as much as they're saying move, you're noticing this one, move, you're noticing that one, move, it's not easy. It's not easy. Break up. Breakfast. Breakfast is not an easy thing. And nobody wants to be in that position. And that is why it's advisable to just marry amongst your friends, date amongst your friends. So yeah, and I'm not saying oh God, please, I don't, if please don't get me started on these discussions. I'm trying to minimize time. So like, you know that thing where you are watching somebody for so long, what do you want to see? What do you really want to see? You're watching somebody for 2 years, 10 years, and still watching the person. Come and go. I know a lot of persons have an idea of who their dream girl or who their dream guy is supposed to be, but it's depending on your time of life or on when you want to be married, when you want to settle down. If you think now is the time, but you don't have any business observing somebody for so long, because the truth is the more you look, the less you see. And this thing with human beings change. They're dynamic. Somebody can be perfect today and you know they're forming, everybody's forming I'm like this, I'm like that, and then tomorrow, you know, before you know it, they change and they become another person, and you're like, who is this? Who am I with them again? I feel the best thing is to look at someone who has the core. What is that core thing, you know, that you cannot trade in a man, you cannot trade in a woman? She can be everything else, but if she's not that thing, you can't do. Start from there. It's like saying you want a house, you want a house that has a duplex that has 2 swimming pools, 5 gardens, bottles, and then you're running around the streets of Port Harcourt or Abuja or Lagos looking for a house like that. Truth is, you might not be able to find one. Even if you do, you might find many years later. But how about you buy a land that can contain a house of your choice and as many swimming pools and gardens as you want? The point is the core. What is that one thing? Who has that capacity? And I'm not saying that you are entering the marriage to stretch somebody, but that today have the capacity to carry what God has placed inside of you. Today. A dear man of God once told me before he left the country. He said, Chiwendu, you know the Mona Lisa painting, right? I said, yes, sir. You know how expensive it is, right? I said, yes, sir. He said, do you know that anywhere the Mona Lisa enters, it has automatically increased the worth of the place? You know, but I said, yes, sir. He said, but do you know there is not every room that is befitting for the Mona Lisa. I will never forget, because it was what shaped my mentality. I lived how many years grooming myself and praying and submitting myself to mentorship and, make myself better. And I'm still a work in progress, I'm not there yet. But I've actively been working on myself. And I feel like for the first 2 times I dated, I was more concerned about being the right, perfect person than them being the perfect person. Or I said, than them being at least the right person. And you know how you settle for less? Yes, this person is fine. This person has money. They look like a guy all together. But they're not good for where you're going to. They're not meant for you. And then, you're trying to like, oh, okay, he will change. He will change. He will not change. You'll be disappointed. They will not change. Especially not immediately. Of course, people are at different stages in their lives, and you don't want to ever write off anybody. Don't do that. Not even yourself. But it doesn't happen like magic. It doesn't happen in 24 hours. So that time where you're trying to weigh this person and weigh that person, just get the person that is at the core of what you want, and then allow God do the rest. Somebody who has the potential. It's just like that land that has the potential of containing as many swimming pools as you want, as many gardens as you want, and you're building on it. Do you even know why girls are they are more attracted to guys who are already married? It's because somebody else has worked on them. He's now generous. He's a lot more easier to talk to. He's looking like he's the one who's a lot more matured. And that woman worked on him. It wasn't like that. Asked the wife how it was like some years before. And you can tell that what you are seeing is an improved version of this man. So how about you get your own garden? Look for somebody who is malleable. You will never be wrong with someone like that. Trust me. Both malleable in God's hands. Someone who's teachable. You can never go wrong with that kind of person. You want to see my gender praying even when they're not yet married. Praying for their husbands. Praying for their kids. They're already praying ahead of time. And not talk of when they're in a relationship. Most times when we have when I attend ladies conference or meetings, prayer meetings, and you need to hear prayer points, my man is going through so, and please join me and pray, sisters. We are fasting, we are praying for somebody's mom. What be that uncle if you not finally leave her? Because the prayer will jump on another man. See, I've come to learn that the Spirit of God is intelligent. And the power of God is so dynamic. You know how you're praying for so long and you're thinking that you prayed for this person, and the relationship did not work. Don't worry yourself. Even God knows what He's doing. It will definitely land on your husband. These are that you're praying for. You get. But you meet this lady and you can't even you are not sure if when you're faced with challenges you can call her and say, babe, this is what's going on right now. And she'll be like, don't worry, I got you. You know those moments when you say, he was stressed, maybe let's say it's work or let's say it's contract, business, whatever, or whatever it is that's stressing you out, and you'll be like, fine, let me call my babe. I know if I call her, apart from the stress it takes away from feeling that you're the only one handling it, that's the mental, physical, sportive side, is that this person also can take you up spiritually, can take up your matter and be like, you know what, this is not happening to you. You're coming out of this victorious, you're coming out of this strong. Somebody who is wise and her counsel is ever sure for you. You know, that's somebody that you're about to make a decision, a money decision or whatever kind of decision you're trying to make, and you're like, and you're not comfortable enough to run it through your babe, to say, I'm not sure about this thing. I'm not sure. Let me call my babe and find out. You're not like that with her. I don't know I'm going to help you, but you're going to do what is do say. There's no manual to this thing. This is just me telling you all of these things based on my experience. Like, but there's never a one size fits all. You know, there are a lot of things that I didn't mention here that are real red flags. You know, there are a lot of things that people are going through when it has to do with relationship emotionally. People are doing relationship these days with the strategy mentality. If I go like this now, and now go like this, then I now go like that. They are forming investor with their relationship. The point is, people are going to crash. Both you, the strategizer, the strategy, and the auntie who is the plot. All of you are going to collide. Yeah, because it doesn't make sense when you are entering relationship walking on eggshells, waiting for somebody to misbehave so that I can jabba. I know that is how my generation is doing it now. And I just pointed out all these things because maybe you're already in a relationship and you're noticing these things and you're not sure whether you should spend forever with this person. These are red flags for me. Make do with this information what you want to do with it. But the point is, know this lady. You're a guy, you meet a girl first, and the next thing you want to do is date because she's fine, she has curves, she has flat belly, or you know, the God is the God of all flesh kind of babe. Whatever it is that is your spec, get to know her. You've seen the container, you like it, beautiful. Be friends, get to know her. Can I live with this person? Can I spend forever? Remember, the main idea behind dating is to get married. Can I spend forever with this person? Can I let this person raise my kids? You're a lady, you're meeting this guy for the first time. His blood is hot, he's boiling, he wants to date you now, he wants to marry you. Okay, no get this week. Do you mind calming down? Tell him, calm down, we just met, take it easy. Let's start from the basics. Oh, or because you think he has money and he's cute, if you don't grab it now, another girl grab him. Hey, I say hello, excuse me. You get to know him. Somebody has to calm somebody. Get to know him, get to know each other, be friends. Be friends, be comfortable. My generation, please be comfortable with being friends with the opposite sex, with the other gender. And it doesn't have to be sexual, it doesn't have to be romantic. Be comfortable having friends of the opposite, gender, please. And these people that say I got married to my best friend. Best friend girl require like 2 weeks. This is your best friend that is like 2 weeks. 2 weeks is already your best friend. I don't know how you want to do it though, but I hope that after we have come to eat rice in your wedding, we will not have to also hear that you guys have divorced or y'all are no longer together, you're separated. I don't want to hear it. Just do right by God. And see, if you're a younger person, if you're your teenage age and you're watching this, the best time to pray about your future is now. Don't be shy to include marriage in your prayers. I was 18 when I was told that I should start praying for my marriage. And I was like, so I don't know how far, I don't know how they used to do this prayer. I sure had few discussions with God. And I came back home and I laid on my bed and I had this discussion with God. And the truth is, those prayers I made then is the reason why I am not a Keziah. I feel like these prayers are the reasons why I feel like God has helped me the strength to come out of abusive relationships, the strength to understand who I am and know that this person is not right for me, and the reason why I'm not dating every Tom, Dick and Harry that wants me in life. I'm talking to teenage girls right now that might be watching this. Pray. There's never a time that it's too early to pray. Pray now, so that you don't have to start doing experiments with your love life. You see this thing that they say that breakfast is national cake, it go reach everybody. Don't ever believe this thing for yourself. No. Breakfast is food. It's food, and it's the one that everybody should eat. But you see that breakup that they're calling breakfast should not reach you. You must not. I know people who have dated and they got married at the first go. They did not do try and error with themselves. They met each other, they became friends, they dated, and they are married. They did not have to do try and error with their lives. You also do not have to do try and error in your life. She gets me. I've said my own. This Valentine's Day just is becoming too long, and I just want to jump out. And before you start, I guess I know I'm not in a relationship, and I know I'm not married yet. But the point is, I have spoken right now based on my experiences, based on the little I know, and that in that the season is a season of love. So tell me, there are other things I know that I did not mention. Leave them in the comment section down below. That's why that comment section is open for you guys to also educate me, because agree and disagree with me. I might have said stuff that, oh, in my mind, this is how it's supposed to be. But if you feel you know better, please also leave it there, because all of us are in this community to learn together. Okay? And if you're watching up to this point, you've not subscribed, you've not liked this video, please do already. Please click the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Thank you. God will bless all of you. Has to keep on encouraging me. And until next time, check out. Bye bye. See ya. Love you.
I was built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on the gas, never stop competing. If you break my glass, then this life's gonna end.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from